That's, and women, please drop your comments. Would you live with a man before marrying him? And if you would, tell me why. If you won't, tell me why. This.
What's the package of commitment? A date. Commitment. The commitment is that I'm so eager for us to live together because I want us to be committed. That is what I'm saying.
Okay, okay. Yeah, but my point is saying that she doesn't get what she wants. She wants to get married. Why should she put up with you in her house, drinking her food, eating?
Yeah. Yewande.
BabaShola, we're back again.
Yes.
And yes. This one is very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Very modern. Would you say it's modern?
Very modern, yes. Yeah. Very modern in the sense that I say contemporary.
Contemporary.
Yes.
Okay.
Contemporary.
Okay.
And it's endemic.
It's endemic, okay.
In the culture. You'll be wondering, what are they talking about?
I would like to see what angle you will tackle this from. Because we surely have different views on this.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So you want to introduce the topic?
No. All yours. Ladies first. All yours.
Should couples live together before getting married?
Okay.
Should couples live together before getting married? What sayest thou?
Yeah, I'll say yes.
I say no.
Okay.
So we are debating this one.
Yeah.
My peoples, start commenting. Are you living with somebody at the moment that you're planning to get married to?
Yeah.
Or not? Let's know. And let's have your reasons. Because they probably will be very different from us. And we're going to just play it out because as we usually do.
Definitely.
No rehearsal. We just play it out in front of you.
Now, those, if you're followers of the podcast, or if you're new,
yes,
Matters of the Heart, we do not rehearse. We are having a discussion, so it's raw.
It's very raw. Because we want you to be able to have your own moments of reflecting on our discussion, and then maybe even having discussions with your significant others and see where it goes.
Yeah.
So couples living together before they marry.
Yeah.
What are your reasons why couples should live together before they marry?
They need to get to understand each other. They need to understand. They need to see whether it will gel. They need to see the likes and dislikes. They need to know if the man leaves the toilet seat on or not, whether the woman is very finicky in the kitchen, or whether the man loves to cook, or whether territories. They need to get to understand each other better. As a Christ follower, yes, sex before marriage and all that can be controlled. That can be controlled. That can actually, yes, especially if both of them are Christ followers, they can discuss that and talk about that, listen, this is the objective and this is the reason why it's not about having sex or unlimited sex. No, we've got many years for that. We need to see how this will work. Whether, I know you've gone into a trance there.
I'm listening.
You're listening. She's gone into a trance.
I have to hear now before I come with my perspective.
Yeah. So the couple needs to understand whether it will, because there have been so many trials and errors. Both of you are, you say you are dating, and I understand that. Dating in what sense? Dating by going to an expensive restaurant, you eat, you then go your separate ways, then you meet. How often do you even get to see each other? And you want to live together for the rest of your lives? It's contemporary, as you said, different. How they used to do it in my days is completely different now. Those are my views.
Very well articulated, BabaShola. Okay.
Thank you.
So, I'm not of the view that you should live with your partner. And I'm talking from a woman's perspective.
Okay.
We as women, we like to be married. Generally speaking, there are exceptions to the rule. Some women, they don't care for marriage. They don't care for marriage for different reasons. But let us know in the comments, are you a woman that wants to be married or not married? And when I say married, they want a wedding as well. They want the trimmings of being celebrated before they are in a relationship.
Can I chip in? You have to finish.
Let me finish. Reserve your comments. Oh yeah, make note of what you want to say. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, what I want to make clear to you is that all the things that BabaShola just said, is there not any other way from finding out those things unless you are living in the same house? Part of your dates, he's talking about expensive dates. Of course, you can chip in, BabaShola. I was joking.
How does living together impact on marriage?
Let me tell you how it impacts on marriage. And before I come to that, let me just finish the point I was making before I forget it. How is living together the only way you can find out about whether people have toilet seats up or down, or some of the things you express, whether that one likes cooking or not? That is part of the fun of dating. You go on dates to find out how you both react in different situations. You can even go on small weekends together. You can go on different experiences. Once you get into living together, that is what married people do, not what people who want to get married do. Now, to come back to your question, which is your question.
How does living together impact marriage?
Because when you are living together, BabaShola, that is a system of operating. If you want to be married, where's the spice? Where's the romance? When you just, so no dating. Okay. Do you believe in dating? Let's just even start with that.
I believe in dating.
Okay. How long should dating be?
There's no time span for.
There's no time span. Okay. So this living together before marriage, how long?
Before you marry.
How many? Do you have a time frame for it?
There isn't. You are going academic if you start.
Okay. Then you can pretend for 2 weeks. If you say, okay, trial it for 2 weeks before you marry. Of course, we know that marriage is a commitment, a lifelong commitment. Yeah. Why would you want to be practicing that lifelong commitment before making the commitment?
But we've just, our last series was about divorce. This is to prevent divorce, prevent the potential of divorce.
I'm telling you that living together doesn't prevent divorce. It does not prevent divorce.
It may not prevent it, but it helps.
Okay.
Because going on dates, you will never you can never fully understand each other. You can never fully understand, there are things that the partner may find irritable about me.
Definitely. A relationship is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
I think when a man tells you, my sisters, listen very well, come and live with me before marriage, it's a cheap cop-out. They don't want to do wedding.
I disagree with that.
So
100%.
I would not advise woman to live with man before you marry.
Again, it depends on both of them.
Okay.
It depends on both of them.
Okay. Let me just say, like BabaShola said, it depends on the two parties. Me, I would not advise any woman to live with a man before the marriage, because I believe that men are hunters. And if they've seen you finish, and I'm not being traditional only here, I'm being factual based on my experience of so many women that I've met. And I'm not saying that's all women. So we'll need your comments to buttress this either side. Men are hunters. What I'm saying is that it's a man that pursues a woman, not a woman that pursues a man.
So the man has pursued the woman that let's live together.
All right. Let me give you a scenario, because sometimes it's helpful.
Yeah.
And this happens a lot. A woman has a nice accommodation. She's well-to-do already. And this is a scenario that most women of a particular age are at. They've got their career. They've got their coins. When I say coins, they're comfortable. Yeah. And I often say, ladies, use your coins as leverage to get what you want.
Yes.
And then some of them have decided that, I can do that. I'm going to ask the man to come and live with me. I already have my house. Are you flowing? And in him coming to live with me, I get to find out. I'm just thinking from your own perspective.
So are you asking me that question?
Yes. So do you agree with that?
For if she was asking me to come and live with her?
Yes, and they are not married yet. Just so we get to know each other.
Absolutely fantastic idea. Do you know why? Because I will get to know her better. She's got the coins. She even has more coins than I am. So let me see whether she will oppress me with her coins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you go to live with her.
Yeah.
So you are both finding out about yourselves and everything.
Yeah.
And then she decides that she's not feeling you.
Yeah.
And so she's told you to go about your business.
You've just supported my point.
Yeah, but my point is saying that she doesn't get what she wants. She wants to get married. Why should she put up with you in her house, drinking her food, eating food, having a roof? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do those things, but in marriage.
But it just says
not before, because you're going to feel used and abused.
It says more about her than me. She's just exposed her true self to me.
Well, and sister, she will not get married.
I would actually thank her because I've escaped. Can you just imagine?
And guess what, my sister? You've just played yourself because he's seen you finish. I will say use your coins.
Can you imagine?
Yes, but not for that man to come and live with you before marriage.
Can you imagine that she has actually saved us from a lot of long trauma? Because she has shown
maybe she wants to get married.
Yeah.
And you are not
oppressing me with her coins. Oppressing me with her coins. Because she doesn't feel me, because she wants to impose herself. Can you just imagine? She's the kind of person, don't laugh, she's the kind of person that will never find it comfortable to live in my own house because she has to be in control.
Not necessarily, BabaShola. What I'm saying is women generally, we want commitment. And when you're living with somebody before you're married, there is no real show of commitment.
I disagree with that.
Well, let's hear your thoughts.
I disagree with that 100%.
Let's hear your thoughts.
The commitment is that I'm so eager for us to live together because I want us to be committed. That is what I'm saying.
Okay, so commitment for you is what?
Commitment is a path to getting married and a path to living together for the rest of our lives.
So when would you propose in that situation?
Again, she wants to nail me down with whether it's a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 month or 1 year.
Okay, this one, I don't think me and BabaShola will go to agree. So we want your comments. Me personally, I will not live with a man unless there's a commitment to marriage. And that commitment to marriage has to come with a date.
What's the package of commitment? A date.
Of course. I was dating. Let me talk about my own story. I was dating my husband from 2010 to 2014. And he proposed in 2014. Now, we were second time married. So there were different things we had to sort out. You understand? In that 4 years, if 4 years is not enough to get to know somebody without living with them, because don't forget, we are both already in our own accommodation. So we had to work with our own set of circumstances, which is fair enough. Now, I could have easily moved in with him, or he could have moved in with me because we both have place, and say we are practicing getting married. I don't know whether he would have been so quick to pop the question if that were the case.
You're assuming, and you remember, you are so hot on never assuming. You just assume.
No, I said, I don't know whether, because I've asked him. I said to him before we married that if we were not doing this long distance, because funny enough, we still, to a certain extent, we're working towards actually living together one day because of our situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I've asked him that if I was already living with you, because you see, before me, he actually had relationships with other people that he didn't commit to. And me reflecting back, not that he ever said that to me. Do you understand? But I could see some of those women gave too much. Men, this thing about sex, which is the other thing, when you are living, you see, we women, we're relational. We're not like you. We're very relational. I'm not saying all men are not relational. I'm just saying, generally speaking. By the time you are living together, and that was something that I remember even when I was dating my first husband, I used to go to his house, maybe spend the weekend. And sometimes his mom will be around and she'll be wanting me to wash up, cook, and doing all this. I said, I just came to visit her. I didn't come to move in. To me, once you start doing certain things that are usually done in a permanent marriage arrangement, you are selling yourself cheap as a woman.
Don't you think that was an opportunity to find out the type of relationship you're going to have with your eventual husband? Because if the mom, as a girlfriend, is already saying, do this, that means that as a wife, you will even do more. So it was an opportunity for you. You had that insight.
Oh, I definitely did.
Yeah, but
I didn't do any unnecessary cooking. Yeah. I still, because even when I was going there, I was still in uni at the time. But my point is, BabaShola, that if you have seen the cow finish, just to use that analogy, you've tasted the milk of the cow. There's nothing left again. From a woman's dignity point of view.
Oh, dignity.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Men have dignity as well.
I'm saying to you that, and women, please drop your comments. Would you live with a man before marrying him? And if you would, tell me why. If you won't, tell me why. This one is very controversial because me and BabaShola are not in agreement at all on it. And aside of religious reasons, which he's claiming that, of course, you can talk about the sex. Will you be in separate bedrooms? Will you all have your own bedroom? Will you not be tempted? All those things. Why put all that temptation your way? Okay. Before you know it, you'll have 2 and 3 kids. Then marriage is not possible again.
So what I would suggest is, based on your comments,
we'll carry on.
We'll carry on.
Yes, yeah? Because our door is knocking. Please, you must comment too, because we must come back to this issue. Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you next time. Thank you. See you.
Bye.
See you soon.